yourselves a merry little Christmas, etc. Sorry. It's that time of the year. You know what that means? The GOAT. Greatest of all time video, which I've been doing for a couple of years now. Let's not waste any more time. What's interesting? I selected 10 pens. These are the ones that I find particularly interesting. Couple of evergreens, you kind of know what to expect. Also a couple of pens that were not in there last time because I acquired them this year. Does this mean these are the only pens I like? No, but right now, for this year, these have been my absolute favorites. Now I have 10 pens to cover. For each of these, there should be individual reviews, so I'm not going to do the whole thing showing everything. I'm just going to talk briefly about them, and then I'll do a writing sample. Okay? First one, Armando Simoni Club, Bologna Extra, Arco Bronze. Superb pen, 2017, saw these at the DC show. Manu, the owner of the Armando Simoni company, sent me one to review. I loved it so much, I said this is not coming back. How much? I love this pen. Interesting filling system, larger pen, larger nib, ebonite feed, beautiful Arco material. There is just not much wrong with this pen as far as I'm concerned. The one thing I will say though is they are not cheap. I think right now you can't even get the Arco Bronze anymore. It was a limited production and I think they're gone. So can't be had anymore, but I think it was a beautiful pen. Writes really nicely. I love it. Next one. Conti King Size. I've been eyeing this pen for a long time. I never really got around to purchasing one, but ever since I held one in 2014 at the Tilburg pen show in the Netherlands, I loved it and I kind of wanted one. It's one of those pens you have in your shopping cart and it just every time sometimes something intervenes, you know. Ended up getting it and I absolutely love it. Got it with a double broad 14K nib. I actually was very fortunate because Kyle, one of my viewers, sent me a fine nib for this pen. And oddly enough, I like broad nibs. I really love this fine. So basically this fine is on it all the time now. Superb pen, great craftsmanship, lovely, wonderful, large ink capacity. Not a cheap pen, okay? I know that that's the way it is. Not a cheap pen, but it writes wonderfully and it's very, very comfortable to hold, I find. The next one, a newcomer. I got sent 2 pens by Salvatore of Leonardo Officina Italiana. He makes pens for a number of brands. He makes the While Ever Sharp pens, the big ones, the Deco bands. He makes the Armando Simoni Club pens, and then he decided to also kind of go into business for himself with his own brand, Leonardo. Interesting thing, there is 2 versions available of this pen. There is a model made of celluloid with a piston filler and a 14K nib, and then there is a model made out of resin with a steel nib and just a cartridge converter filled pen. I like them both, but I'll be fair, I love the acrylic. And here's the best part, 121 euros. That is not including VAT, I'm pretty sure. It will be about 140 US. You get a handmade pen, nice resin from Italy, good nib, cartridge converter filled pen. Simple, but it really works. And what I like best, they come in a whole bunch of finishes. New finishes are launched all the time. He also just launched the Furore model, which kind of the Furore has a round top, is a little less flat. But I mean, look at this material, okay? I love it. And what I like best about it is it's affordable. Humble steel nib, writes really nicely, no issues. So this to me is definitely one of the greatest of all time of 2018. The next one. It's worth a lot to me. Cross Boba Fett. Yeah, it had to happen. It was there last year too in the list, if I remember correctly. Star Wars tie-in. Look, it's very simple. I'm a nerd. And I've never denied it either. I like Star Wars. and I love Boba Fett. So when I saw that they cross-made a pen commemorating Boba Fett, I had to have it. It has the T-shaped visor, it has the finial on top as his blaster, it has the kill stripes, it has the Mandalorian Mythosaur skull on the back there, it even has the jetpack on the back, so yeah, this was a must-have. The nib was a medium. I think these were only available with fine or medium. It is 14. I thought it was 14K or was it 18K? Yeah, so you haven't used this one in a while. In any case, I had this, it's 18K, yes. Medium nib, I gave this to my friend Salmon of the Toronto Pen Company. I said do something with the nib. He turned it more into an italic nib. Bit stub-like, not super crisp. Great nib now. Nice line variation, and that just gave it a little bit of an extra special touch. What can I say? It's the fat. Alright, this one. Been in my lineup a couple times now. Classic Pens LM1. Got it in November 2016 in Madrid from Sarge Minhas. Beautiful classic pens. This was from a time that they were not so limited yet, so I think there are 500 of these if I remember correctly. The interesting thing, yes, 311 out of 500. Interesting thing about this one, it's a bit smaller than the LM1, sorry, than the LB5, but it's a very nice pen. The material is stunning. I love this flame red diffusion bonded acrylic. It's just superb. It has so much depth and it's so intense. I had this with a stub nib. It came with a stub. And then again, Kyle, the same Kyle who sent me the Conet nib, also sent me a broad nib for the LM1. And it was a super broad nib, massive ball of tipping. And I said, you know what? Salmon, do something with this. So Salmon, again from the Toronto Pen Company, turned this into a spectacular architect grind. And now this pen is perfect. It's radically transformed that pen, so very excited to show you that. Okay, another new one that I obtained this year, the Oldwin Classic in Arco celluloid. It's Arco. These are not cheap pens, but they're a lot of fun. Number 7 nib, and I just love the simplicity of this nib. Such a simple, classic imprint. Absolutely love it. So that is very, very simple. And I love it. It's just, to me, this is understated elegance. Such a simple shape. It works so well. It's so comfortable. Absolute pleasure to write with. Then we have this one. Yeah. This requires no introduction. The Classic Pens LB5 in the Cayenne finish. The same flame red material of the LM1. Stellar pen. Basically a king of pen, but half a centimeter longer. Cross point nib, gift from Aziza, also purchased through Sarge Minhas. He's a very dangerous man. Stellar pen, a fantastic pen, and a superb writer. So that is one that I'm very, very fond of. The next one, we're just 3 left. Visconti Opera Master in the tobacco finish, was a limited edition, Grail pen. Took me years to find, and in the end it was Aziza who found it somewhere. Ordered it, got it, boom. It is a stunning pen. It's big, it's heavy. The next one in the lineup, Opera Elements, right? First serious pen I bought, and you can see the difference here between a Master and an Element size or a regular Opera size pen. It's rather large. Beautiful pen. Opera Elements. Looks like a candy cane. This is the fire finish. I absolutely love it. Superb celluloid. Really, really attractive. Lovely 14K nib. One of my favorites. And it was the first serious pen I bought. Solid gold nib, etc. So I know this pen has always been in the GOAT lineup, and it's probably going to stay that way because it's very special and very dear to me. Okay, final one. I love the Namiki Emperor. I love the Danitrio the Mikado. But here we have the Gank Eye. I had to make a choice. I thought, you know what? It's not that I love this any more than the Emperor. I just thought I'd change things up a little bit. Let's put this one in. I've also heard rumors, and I don't know if they're true, but I've heard rumors that Danitrio is going out of business. So these will, and again, I don't know if it's true, right? These are rumors. If it is true, then Danitrio pens are going to get rarer and rarer to come by. Confer en masse. So if you want one, don't wait too long. Beautiful pen, got it through Bryant Greer of Chatterley Luxuries. Bryant is another one of those people who are lethally dangerous when it comes to pens. I love this pen. It's massive. It's massive. It's huge, but it's comfortable. Number 8 nib, ebonite feed, and these are the most, in my mind, these are some of the most beautiful nibs in the world. This imprint is so incredibly cool. Really, really nice. So I love it. I love it. I love it. It's massive. You can't fit it in any normal pen pouch, but it's okay because it's a great pen. So there you have it. We are going to see how each and every one of these write. That's what's coming up next. I hope this was useful, and glad to see you later. Bye bye. Okay, writing with all these pens. This always takes a little bit of time because I have to uncap and cap everything and put everything away. So most of these pens are inked very boringly with Pelikan Royal Blue. Okay, I know that's not the most inspired color choice, but if anything that comes out of these pens and it's blue, it's Pelikan. Reason is I have to clean all this stuff, guys, so forgive me. Armando Simoni Club. Lovely nib, smooth. Bologna Extra. So again, Pelikan Royal Blue. Nice thing about this one, called Magic Flex. I would not necessarily call that a full flex nib, but what I will say is you can definitely get out some line variation, which is kind of nice. Then we have the Conti King Size. Fine nib. So this was the 18K Magic Flex. Conti King Size bulk filler. Fine 14K nib, in this case the yellow gold. I love this one too. Very, very pleasant writer. And it's a lovely shape and size too. Not too big, not too heavy. Really, really nice. I'm not going to write down Leonardo Officina Italiana. I'm just going to write down Leonardo. The Momento Zero resin. And again, all kinds of finishes available. If you don't like the blue, there's a nice yellow now. There's all kinds of stuff. Very smooth writer and a lovely wet nib. A lot of fun. Cross. Star Wars, Boba Fett. Lovely nib work by Toronto Pen Company, because this was just a round nib, and as you can see now it has some nice line variation. Speaking of the Toronto Pen Company, their Architect grind. And Architect grind is best in not in cursive, right? Oh, that blobbed a bit of ink. Filled that up right, didn't I? So let me just got rid of that drop of ink. Cursive, it looks super broad, but if you use this, you'll see a fine downstroke, a wide side stroke, so the opposite of an italic, like this. And if you use print, you'll start to see the benefit of this. Great fun. Beautiful pen, 18K nib. So far we've had 18K, 14K, steel, 18K, 18K. The next one, and this one actually does not have blue ink in it. It's my ink as B.R.E. Brown. The Oldwin Classic. Beautiful pen, 18K nib. This is an 18K fine medium. They don't label them. What a lovely ink. I love this pen, and also the Arco. I will say I find the Arco and my ink a pretty good combination. Now I'm biased, but I do really love this, and it's such a beautiful smooth writer. Lovely smooth and sort of flush section and barrel. Looks really cool, and I love writing with that pen. Okay, classic pens. LB5. Basically also this crosspoint an architect nib, right? Narrow downstroke, wide side stroke, and a paintbrush, right? This is a very wet writer that puts down an enormously wide line, which is just too much fun. And look at how gorgeous it is, right? Okay, 3 more. I was kind of hoping we would be able to fit that on one page, so I'm going to do my best. Visconti Opera Master, broad nib, 18K, tuned by Mike Masuyama, the O-Sensei. Superb. Nib had a lot of issues, but now, perfect. So that adds to the enjoyment of this pen. And just look at that material. Isn't that beautiful? It's so warm. Okay. This is the other one of 2 that is actually not a blue ink. This is Mont Blanc Corn Poppy Red. The Opera Elements, 14K medium nib. Wonderful writer, so smooth and just a pleasure to use. I always still hope that one day Visconti is going to make an Opera Master in this material. That would be heavenly. Okay, final one. Demetrio Gank Eye. Beautiful, large pen, one-way shut-off valve. See the review if you want to know what that is. Massive ink capacity because basically you eyedropper this entire barrel. So huge pen, and a beautiful broad nib. Had a little bit of baby's bottoms, but again, Salmon from the Toronto Pen Company fixed that. Nice wet writer, ebonite feed, number 8 nib. Lovely pen. Okay, guys, I absolutely wish you a fantastic Christmas. Have a wonderful 2019. Many more reviews coming up. Many of them already planned. Some really good stuff. I hope this was useful. Thank you for watching my videos in the past years. Let's have an amazing 2019. Alright? Hope this was useful, and I'll gladly see you later. Bye bye.